r/AskReddit. What instantly makes you suspicious of someone? When someone overshares every detail of their perfect relationship on social media, 9 out of 10 times that shit's a dumpster fire. My co-worker knew this woman who killed her husband in the same week as writing a status about how their love grows stronger every day. Their life is a fairy tale and their marriage is built around God. The fake it till you make it strategy. It's sad. When they start using Facebook to subtly hint at how great their life has been since they discovered this amazing business opportunity. Open to diversifying your income? Tools to be your own boss? It's 100% legal. Nope. Stay away from me. Bragging that something is legal is a massive red flag. All my exes are psycho. I would say 90% of the time that's a red flag. My poor buddy was in 3 relationships in a row with what I can verify was pure crazy. Edit. I've gotten a lot of replies saying things along the line of if it smells like shit everywhere it's probably you, or that my friend just had a type. Since I'm the one who put his reputation, albeit vague, online, I feel the need to clarify this. I've known him since we were tiny children, and he's always been plenty level-headed and a reasonable judge of character. The 3 girls in question were all very different from one another, so it wasn't about him having a type. In fact, he made it clear that he liked each of the latter 2 girls because they were nothing like the previous crazy. All 3 of them blended into our friend groups fine, and nobody noticed any sort of flags until about a year into each relationship. One of them tried desperately to get pregnant, including from other guys she cheated with. One suddenly shaved her head, insisted we call her by a new name, and said she had magic powers on the 1st of every month that changed depending on the month's element. The 3rd was super into gaming, like we all were in the group, but around the 1-year point, she started taking it way too seriously and would get violent with anyone who beat her or had more skill at a particular game. Since moving on from number 3, he's been in 3 normal, healthy relationships, the most recent being one that's probably going to last, and he had been in a normal one before the crazy 2. So hopefully y'all can accept that statistical outliers like my buddy exist, and if it seems unlikely, it's because that's exactly what an outlier is. Rant. Some people attract people like that somehow. A friend of mine's kept getting into horrible relationships. Some of it was their fault, but usually the partner was indeed psycho or close to it. I just kept wondering, how do you do it? Terrifying. Office gossip. I don't mean hey, did you hear about Janet's new haircut? There is a woman at my work who will gossip all day if you let her about other people. How they are late, what they are doing and blah blah blah. She will instant message me too about it. It's gotten so bad that I just ignore the messages, even though she sits right next to me. If they are willing to gossip that much, they are willing to talk about you. Having one of those co-workers is a problem. Having more than one can be fun. With multiple gossips you can feed them each different and possibly contradicting information and see what transpires. They will pass on anything. So constantly change the quantity or gender of your children and pets just to see what happens. It makes happy hour with the good co-workers that much more enjoyable. r/Peter Revenge would like a word with you, Mr. When they get weirdly defensive about things that are seemingly random, there's usually something to it. I had a guy get offended because when he said he didn't consider Get Out to be a horror movie, I asked him to clarify what he meant. He was like, oh no, I'm not getting into this discussion. Edit. I feel like adding that he later went on to joke that he would stay home having sex with dogs all the time if bestiality were legal. LOL. K. Walks away. When they devote 100% of their time towards talking to your partner and ignoring you. When they flatten themselves against a wall while shifting their eyes left and right. Bonus points for humming their own spy theme. Pull the lever. Kronk. Wow, that was a great story. It's crazy. I did the exact same thing, except I had a broken arm, no credit card, and I hadn't slept in 48 hours. Unexpected gifts, such as, for example, a large wooden rabbit. What about a large wooden horse? When someone tries to be funny at the expense of others, especially when they are not super close, and there might be a hint of truth what he thinks. It seems very specific, but it stands out, and once I notice this behavior I don't trust them at all. I literally had a guy tell me at work, "I don't respect anyone who makes fun of himself." All I can think of was, "I have been here for a couple of weeks and I don't have enough material to make good jokes with you being the lead punchline. So I have to make them about myself for them to funny and not insulting." Self-deprecating humor is the best for insult jokes. Done right, you know you're joking, or being hyperbolic. The other person doesn't go home and wonder if it was a joke or if not. I was trying to make small talk with a quiet co-worker and asking her what kind of music she likes. If she doesn't like music, I'm keeping an eye on that one. She might listen to uncommon weird music. I don't listen to music is my go-to when somebody asks me what music I listen to. When they offer to buy my car without seeing it while they are deployed overseas and wish to use PayPal. My folks were selling a cow once on Craigslist. Got a text from a guy on a secret mission for the Marines in Georgia and couldn't use the phone on base and wanted to know if it was automatic or manual and if it still runs okay. Pretty sure all cows are automatic. German cows are stick driven. I'm one of the realest people you'll ever meet. Usually deliver near the beginning of a non-stop tirade about how solid of a friend they are to your mutual acquaintance, and followed by, "If you know me long enough I'll probably say something that pisses you off, but it's not personal. I'm just way too real for some." Yep, a real a-hole. If they talk about how things always seem to go wrong for them, things like forgetting to pay a bill, getting towed, or getting fired, typically these folks will blame their misfortune on dumb luck or other things. Normally it means they're kinda just sketchy or really not responsible. This is my sister. I love her to pieces, but I really get sick of hearing her whiny spiel. I don't duck anyone over. I care about people. I'm trying so hard. Why does the universe hate me? I'm at the point where I'm like, yep, but the last time you had a flat you spent $30 on a used tire, $14 on a case of beer, and $5 on a pack of cigarettes instead of spending the whole $50 on a new tire. That I'd have something to do with why your new tire just exploded all over the interstate. Edit. Since my frustrated throwaway comment has garnered so much more attention than it deserved, and since about half of that attention has revolved around the $50 tire I mentioned, I'll head your questions off here. The new tire replacement came from a Walmart lube shop in Texas. Balanced and installed on her decade-old PT Cruiser for something like $44.46 plus a $10 fee. I have no idea if it was on sale, was a loss leader item, or is just so tiny that they come that cheap. I'm 99.9% certain that she did not blow any grease monkeys for a discount, because she's strangely moralistic about things like that. That would honestly be more my style, but unfortunately my wife prefers that I work traditional hours. That's my little brother. Got into a car accident and totaled his car. Actually got pretty hurt since he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Everything got worse though because despite me telling him again and again and again that he needed car insurance, now he tells everyone who will listen his sob story and I can't listen to it anymore. It's your fault, dum dum. When they say lies for small things, I sometimes do that when I'm nervous. I have no idea why. For me it is panicking and feeling the need to be liked at the same moment. A few minutes after it doesn't make sense anymore to have lied about little shit like that. Sock, shoe, sock, shoe. When I was young, single digit age, I remember doing pant leg sock shoe, pant leg sock shoe. My older brother asked me why I was doing it and I didn't have an answer. I'm not sure how to break this to you, but I think you're a sociopath. When people talk about others disparagingly, when I was younger I had some friends that always gossiped about how terrible this one friend was. L went along with it, but later, when I heard those same friends bad-mouthing me, I realized the correlation. Edit. You/suggestive detective made this guide for gossip that's very useful. The only time you say something about someone that you wouldn't mind them overhearing is if it's something about them that can either cause or prevent hurt. Tell someone Cheryl recently lost someone, so don't make any death jokes. Tell someone Carol might drive drunk, so make sure she doesn't leave with her keys. Do not tell someone Crystal did something really embarrassing that could hurt her reputation, even if it's hilarious. When I was younger, I was telling my mom what one of my friends had said about another friend. She said to me, "Honey, if your friend is talking bad to you about one of your friends, She is talking bad about you. 2. A major light turned on in my head that day. Edit. Apparently I need to clarify, I was 15. My friend was saying things about our other friend that were mean and petty, yet we all hung out together and each friend was otherwise nice to her face, but mean behind her back. When I was in Boy Scouts I started to say something negative to my scout master about this other scout that no one liked very much. He put his hand up to stop me and said he's my friend and I don't appreciate anyone speaking about him that way. I had never heard or seen anyone respond to bad-mouthing someone in this way and it completely changed my perspective. Character can be taught through example. When they turn to their friend and say something in another language and they both laugh. When you ask what's so funny they say, oh, it was just something funny that happened earlier. Learn their language. Never tell them until the moment is right. You'll know what to do. When ominous music plays every time they enter the room. Oh hey guys, look at Stev. Dun 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 dun. I haven't really played this game before. Start swap dishing. Haha, I've never played Mario 64 before. Aligns QPUs with half A presses. File select screen BGM. When someone resorts to playing the religion card when trying to sell you something. Also, many liars tend to over-explain things. If you're patient, you'll eventually catch a glaring contradiction. When nothing is their fault, they blame faulty equipment, other people, literally anything but taking responsibility for themselves. I babysat for a woman like this. I had to quit because she never paid me. She told me she was going to tell her work that she had to quit because I'm a horrible person who doesn't understand the struggles of a single mom. I'm a single mom. The difference is that I don't spend all my money drinking and partying. Oh, and the sad part? She's 41. Edit. For the first 5 months she paid, but never in full and never on time. Then she stopped paying altogether. That was when I quit. I was going to be a smartass, but my bloke's ex Karen is 50 and still does this to everyone else, including the 5 different baby daddies and the grandparents of the grandies. Narcissism at its finest : Bro, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.